All right, so I'm going to do my top 5 things that I love to do in the game Northwind on Roblox. I have become a huge fan of this game and freaking love it. So I just wanted to give you guys my top 5 things to do. Okay, at number 5, we're going to have the controversial contracts. I know they can be boring, and some people are like, what the hell? But if you're anything like me, you come from a background of grindy MMOs, such as Star Wars Galaxies, Ultima Online, the original classic World of Warcraft, you know what it's like to grind. I got a little bit confused on these. I'm not going to lie. When I first started playing, I didn't realize you had to drop the crate in front of the guy before you could turn the contract in. But I figured it out. But these are fun. These are oddly kind of relaxing. I love the ability to get free money, and whenever you're low on pounds, you can just do these, and you get pounds, and you start getting XP in your profession, and you can get XP in like hunting and fishing and all other kinds of things. It's really cool. I really like it. I wouldn't say it's up there with like the best things to do in Northwind, but it's something to do, something to kill time, and it's oddly relaxing. So if you like grinding and you like free money, this is the way to go. So I would definitely say contracts at number 5. At number 4, we have crafting. I love crafting, and this game has a really good in-depth crafting system. I think there could be some changes. I really would like the ability to have special weapons or special clothing that only crafters can make somehow, some way. I don't know, maybe put a rare mine node in a cave that all of a sudden this miner found it, and this blacksmith, he's able to make it because he found it, or something stupid like that. Or even the ability to have like a gun or a sword, and maybe, I don't know, maybe the blacksmith might be able to kind of enhance them, give them a bonus. That would be kind of cool. But crafting in this game is fun. It's a lot of fun. Having the contracts where you can do and then turn the crafting in, it's cool as hell. I love going out and grabbing the pelts and making stuff. And everything you make in this game, you can sell, you can trade. It runs the economy, which is really nice. So definitely at number 4, I love the crafting system in this game. At number 3, we have trading. Trading in this game is great. And maybe I'm being a little, I don't know, one-sided here, because most of my trades have been with myself because I'm an alcoholic and I made a second account like I do in every game. So one of the cool features I love about this is I'm living out my Daniel Boone fantasy, and I get to have a tomahawk. I'm living out my Hawkeye from Last of the Mohicans fantasy, and I can take my native character and I can make a tomahawk, and I can trade it to my alt character, who then trades it to my main character. Yeah, it's a little complicated, but it works. But it's fun to trade, and you have this unlimited supply to do things that, you can trade with other players. I have a friend now in this game who's been trading me stuff that he can craft. And that's one of the nice things about trading in this game is every little item you can craft or you pick up, you could give to somebody of use. I mean, you attack a deer, the antlers are good for a native. You can sell them, you can trade them. It's just, the pelts are good for a leather worker. It really has a lot of depth to it. And I love trading in this game, and I think it's one of the highlights to this game. At number 2, we have one of my all-time favorite things that goes with colonial times: exploring. I'm a history buff, and I love colonial history. All right, I'm American. I don't really know much about the colonization of Canada, but I'm very familiar with the French and Indian War and the different native tribes. I grew up on Long Island, and I grew up in West Palm Beach, Florida. But on Long Island, there was a lot of colonial things. So I got to see Fort William Henry. I got to see Fort Ticonderoga. I got to see some British sympathizers' houses. I got to study that. I got to take part in it when I moved to Florida and study it. And I went to St. Augustine down here. Just some really cool things. So this game has got a lot of that. Like, you're out, you're exploring the frontier, the wilderness, and you don't know what you're going to encounter. You can see a fort. You can see another guy. I ran into a guy. I found a waterfall, and I ran into a guy who was helping me hunt beavers, and he was trying to sell me beaver stuff. And it was really cool. It was fun. It felt like I was living in that time. So I think exploring is so much fun in this game because you really have a lot you can do. And if they added more islands, there'd be so much more to do. At number 1, it's going to be no surprise. My character is based on Daniel Boone, Davy Crockett, and Hawkeye from The Last of the Mohicans. Hunting. Hunting is by far my favorite thing to do in this game. I love it. I wish the animals weren't bugged and walked vertical sometimes, but Hunting in this game feels more realistic than even say Red Dead Redemption Online. There's just so much fun. It's like you go out, you find a den, you see foxes in the den. You go in a cave, you're mining, there's a bear. You know, you go to the like a pond or a lake, and there's a beaver hanging out there. There's deer walking across. I wish there were more deer, by the way. I really do wish there was more deer. But there's deers walking across the plains and in the forests. There's just so much you can hunt. The wolves, like we went into a cave we were doing last night. It's on one of my live videos, and we were hunting wolves, and it was fun because it's like you don't know what to expect, and they get aggroed and they have a good reaction. And hunting has a profitable income you can make from this game because you can sell everything and you can cook and you can make weapons, you can make things to wear. So hunting by far is my favorite thing to do in this game, and there's just something about grabbing that rifle, that musket, my Kentucky rifle. It reminds me of Hawkeye, just shooting from a distance and taking out a deer. I love it. I love the sound of that gunfire from the musket. I love this freaking game. So that's pretty much my number one right there.